James Melinda's Maison de Monaco is next. These are wine spreads. I'll tell you more about them, so stay tuned. So for me, I'm really excited because for the longest time, probably 8/10 of my life, I have not enjoyed cheese. For me, my palate was just a little more sensitized to a lot of dairy products, in fact. And ultimately, when I come down to it, I have been able to enjoy some, I would say, more milder cheeses or cheeses that apply or appeal actually to my preferences, such as this Gouda here, aged Gouda, because of the saltiness. This truffled triple cream is also fitting into my sensibilities and preferences for my palate. And I really, really like it because I think it matches and marries well together with these jams. So I think a lot of things, when you have a nice, there's no charcuterie on this plate, but it's a nice cheese plate with these wine spreads. So I think they're fantastically well done. I'm really intrigued by them. And I like that, you know, the notion is that you have different varieties for each of these fruit spreads here. Now, this is my first time to do a video of this nature, but I'm really excited about it because this is really that entree to do more of that. So when I talk about wine, it's not just an individual bottle review all the time. It's also expanding that horizon to taste different things that are really, I would say, allied to the wine experience, but also where wine is included in that experience. It's not just a glass of wine itself. So here's what we have. Now I'll talk about this one first. So what we have here is a Mission Fig and Chardonnay Maison de Monaco, and a really nice ingredient profile. So the ingredient is really, really nice and natural. We have apricot, black Mission Fig paste, cane sugar, Chardonnay wine, and fruit pectin. And so I think this is a really nice, beautiful product, non-GMO, gluten-free, sodium-free, half the sugar of leading brands. So 25 calories per teaspoon, and I put it here on a piece of baguette, and I think this is a really splendid way of enjoying this. I'll do a tasting on this. I'll tell you the point scores right after tasting each of these individually. So these cheeses are splendid, and I really enjoy having this experience because I know that when I'm tasting just sweet, I need some salty, or I need a little bit of protein, or if I have just protein, I need some sweetness. So it all balances out. I think that's what you have in a charcuterie plate. You have some nice charcuterie meat selections, as well as maybe fruits. So I put nuts here, almonds, and you can put other things. I put pine nuts in my charcuterie and cheese plates because I think it's gonna just be that really wonderful, bold, beautiful experience. So here is the Mission Fig and Chardonnay. I think it's a great combination because I have white wine here. Though it is not Chardonnay, you don't have to go Chardonnay to Chardonnay in terms of the glass to the fruit itself, the fruit spread. So here we go. So I like the combination of the Chardonnay and the Mission Fig because I think it gives a beautiful characterization. That is, the Chardonnay is a little heavier, denser wine. It's gonna match really well with the Chardonnay. So the Chardonnay and the Mission Fig go splendidly well together. Do you get a lot of the experience of wine? Not really, I don't think that's the point of it, but it's that uptick, that slight increase of that wine character to the fruit spread itself. So next, I'm gonna talk about the strawberry and Pinot Noir, and that is this one right here. I think that's a really nice combination because I've often compared a lot of Pinot Noir to strawberries. Here we go with the strawberry and Pinot Noir spread. So on these fruit spreads so far, I'm tasting that wine experience on the finish, and I think that's a really nice part of it. It's not gonna be so overwhelming that you're just tasting a wine jam, but you're tasting the fruit and the wine itself. And that's a really nice characterization. And next is a Cabernet Sauvignon with a blackberry jam. So I did pour a bit of Cabernet Sauvignon on my glass here. Now I'm gonna just emphasize, when you're throwing a wine party, a drinks party, you don't have to do matchy-matchy. That is, you don't have to get the Pinot Noir and have a Pinot Noir wine or a Cabernet wine or a Chardonnay wine. And you can, so there's no, you're gonna break all the rules if you want, and you can do all whites or all reds. I think the idea is just to uplift the experience of your cheese and charcuterie plate. So next is the blackberry and Cabernet. I like all of them, and for me this is my favorite because I think the character of the Cabernet is being expressed really, really well. And that is because oftentimes I'm gonna talk about a Cabernet Sauvignon and I often use the descriptor of blackberry. And I think that's a nice part of this, Maison de Monaco, is tasting through some really beautiful characterization that is encapsulated, in my opinion. I have talked about figs in terms of the flavor characteristic to Chardonnay, or maybe the strawberry to the Pinot Noir, and definitely the blackberry to the Cabernet. So the ingredients are fantastic. I think the quality is superb. The flavors are convincing, so it's a 95-point product. So this is my second time only to talk about food. That's a wonderful thing, and I should be doing that more often, and I will be doing that more often. So I'm gonna put more information down below on this producer, Maison de Monaco. Seek them out, order some for your dinner party or your charcuterie wine event, and I think it's gonna be a fantastic event. Wine, cheese, charcuterie, and these jams by Maison de Monaco. Thank you for watching. Let's stay connected. I'm on a variety of social media such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and WordPress. We can have a conversation there or down below. Subscription button's right up here, so please hit that button if you haven't done so already. I'd really appreciate it, so thank you for your support, and stay tuned for more content on wine and food and beer and spirits and all the beverage art forms to come. Santé.